Hello, I'm Beth Perry. Welcome to Mini Bible Study videos. They have several purposes. The first is for Christian educators who work with adults. These different methods of doing Bible study are part of my 2-week online course called Teach Adults, offered through beadisciple.com. The second purpose is just for anyone who wants to try out a variety of Bible study styles. Maybe you'll find a type of study that suits you and explore doing more of it on your own. So the method I want to share with you today is a way I learned many years ago called deconstruction. It's when one takes a section of Scripture, looks for what's missing, and digs around there to find meaning. Think of it like finding a hole in your sweater or a loose thread sticking up from your sleeve. We really want to pull on that thread, and if we do, we might find the reason for the hole and then be able to keep things from unraveling any further. Let's look at Matthew 8, 9-13, where an unnamed woman pours a jar of expensive ointment on Jesus, and the disciples complain about the waste. You can pause this video while you read. Jesus was right. Her story is here in Scripture so that all Christians have heard about her. But there's a big hole in the story, isn't there? We don't even know her name. So what might we learn if we pull on that thread a little more? Well, first we might learn that there are a lot of women who we read about in Scripture who don't have a name. The Samaritan woman at the well is another good example from the Gospels. Both of these women are powerful. They have strong roles. They take powerful actions or give powerful speech. They're deeply theological, political, and spiritual, and yet unnamed. We might need to think about why that would be. And next we might wonder, are there just as many unnamed men who have these kind of conversations? We'd have to look to see if there are even as many men who take those sorts of actions or have those sorts of conversations. John the Baptist and Nicodemus come to mind, but who else? And how many of them might not be named? And along the way, we'd probably stop to wonder why we don't remember more about this woman that Jesus felt was so important. I don't think he said about anyone else in any of the Gospels that we would always remember them. So why don't we assign her more importance? Is it just because of her lack of name that we don't value her as much as Jesus did? And then that might take us to wondering about those in our own time who we see all around us but whose names we don't know. There's a man who lives across the street from me who plays a harmonica. It's a sweet sound that floats in and out of the windows in the summer, reassuring and relaxing and restorative. I've met him twice in the 11 years that we've been neighbors and had a pleasant conversation each time, but I've forgotten his name. Pulling on the thread of this unnamed woman, the hole left in the full cloth by her lost name, it reminds me not to lose that neighbor's name. And who might you remember in honor of her? God bless.